Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today we're doing a reading that was prompted directly by Spirit. They asked me to do a Spirit is Listening reading. So this reading is going to be going into what you have been praying for or asking for guidance on and how Spirit would like to respond to you. So we have 3 piles for you to choose from today, and they do correspond to the images that you saw on the cover. So we have group number 1, pile number 1 here with the lollipop, group number 2, pile number 2 with the heart, and group number 3 and pile number 3 with the cell phone. So select the pile or image that resonates with you and use the timestamps linked in the description box or pinned in the comment section below to jump ahead to your chosen reading or readings. And if you do feel called to more than one, that's perfectly fine. Even if you want to watch all 3 and just find what messages resonate with you, that's fine too. Use your intuition to guide you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number 1. If you chose the lollipop, welcome to your reading. So Spirit has had me select some very specific cards for this reading. They told me exactly how many to pull from which decks and in what order. So very, very specific. I'm interested to see how this all comes together. So let's actually start from the bottom and work our way up. We have TikTok. Okay, so something about timing being important here in regard to this message or this prayer that you have been sending out. I feel like something is in your hands is what they're showing me. So you have time is on your side. Also, they just said time is on your side. Fate is in your hands. Oh, okay. So something about the passage of time and something you are trying to create or set into motion. You have, I remain in balance with my emotions. So this is, I'm really noticing the yin yang. And again, there's something in each one of their hands. There's the eye and there's like a, I don't know if that's a heart or a leaf, but it feels like something is in your hands, group number 1. And it's interesting because now they're bringing back to my mind the lollipop, and it's like you hold a lollipop in your hand. And maybe it takes a while for you to finish the lollipop. It's kind of like it's something that takes time. Yeah, because they're showing me, you know, those like Tootsie Pops, and it was like, how many licks does it take to get to the center? And there was the wise owl, and he was like counting. It was in the 80s. And it feels like there's something that you've been trying to get to the center of, and it may have something to do with your emotions and balance and the sort of masculine and feminine energy within you, because we do have the yin yang sign there. But let's keep going. Okay, you have the 10 of Swords. So this is an imbalance, you know, and so you're trying to find balance or remain. It says remain in balance, but I feel like this has been something that was difficult or challenging. Maybe you were praying to Spirit to help you to find a way out of this situation. The 10 of Swords can practically speak of like burnout and fatigue and, you know, real hardcore anxiety or depression. I know that when I was in positions like this in my life, the 10 of Swords kept haunting me. You know, every reading I did for myself, it came up, and it was really kind of like me getting to the end of my rope and then finally kind of making a decision to change something. It was like the time finally kind of struck midnight in that sense that I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to make a change, and then created some balance there. So I feel like there's something similar in that sense for you, group number 1. You also have the 7 of Wands. So this could be in regard to your boundaries, could be in regard to something that you need to stand up and defend. Again, I'm feeling like it's in your hands. There's something that Spirit is wanting you to take charge of, especially if it's been draining you, especially if it's been really, really keeping you laid out. They're saying there's something here that is going to shift as soon as you can kind of take charge of the situation, is what I'm seeing here. You have the Knight of Cups, and it's definitely emotional. Definitely emotional. So the more that you can, and look at that, he's got the falcon on his hand. So the more that you can take charge of something here, it's going to improve the situation. I just feel like you've kind of been stuck, and Spirit is saying, we hear you. We've heard that this is something that is frustrating you. We're here to help you. We're going to guide you. We're going to show you the way. Like this eagle or this falcon in the Knight of Cups. It's like using that to scout the land, to find your direction, and to know how long something's going to take to do is what I'm seeing as well. Because it's like how long it takes for this bird to fly there and back. It's like it's something about timing here. You have the Judgment card. Okay, so, something pretty major here. And we've got these two characters with their wand in the hand. So it's making me feel like there's something that you need to do. I'm going to ask what that is, but I just kind of want to get the cards on the table before I do that. But I feel like there's something that you need to do. It's in your hands to do it. It's a matter of timing, and it's going to help you to get back into balance or to remain in balance, standing your ground, standing up for something, making some headway here in regard to something that you are feeling very deeply about. I was going to say passionate, but it's not like passion as in you want to be doing this. It's kind of like you feel very deeply, you're emotionally impacted by this circumstance or situation or, internal environment. Okay, so let's keep going. You have the Knight of Wands. There's more wands in the hand. So something about having a wand in the hand feels like this is to do with, again, it's like they just want you to step up and do something. So if you've been praying to get out of a situation, if you've been praying to see results in something, they're saying it's in your hands and the time is kind of ticking away, not to put you into pressure mode or anything like that. I think that's, you've had enough of that to go around. So don't worry about that. Just kind of like, it's up to you if you want to do it and you want to see this come in, you have to kind of set it into motion. And you have the Knight of Cups again, but this time it's coming out reversed. So that's 2 Knight of Cups here in your reading. That's quite significant. And they're drawing my attention to the wings on his helmet, which is the messenger symbol. So I feel like this is some emotional information that you've been seeking. And it's going to come out, or it's going to be exposed, is what they just told me, as soon as you take action toward it. But you have to actually do something, or implement is what they just said. They gave me the word implement. You have to implement something here. You have the 2 of Cups in reverse. This could be to do with a relationship. This could be something in regard to a relationship being out of balance, where you need to set some boundaries, either with one person, like a romantic partner, or with people in general. I know from my own experience that when I was in a relationship that had very much a lack of boundaries and there was a lot of kind of codependency going on, I did not have those boundaries in place, and the relationship was very imbalanced, and then it caused me to be in this 10 of Swords energy where I was completely depleted and drained and giving everything and getting nothing in return and feeling like I had tried everything and failed. And so this is kind of what I'm seeing here, and they want you to put something into motion. Maybe this is talking about your emotions. Maybe this is learning a skill that will help you to remain in balance with your emotions, like self-regulation techniques. Yeah, because this is reminding me of like he's kind of on this quest for inner peace. He's moving towards this lotus in the sky, and he's high up in the clouds. So I feel like this is something about getting from the monkey mind into like that peaceful state. So I think meditation is something that they're kind of encouraging here. Yes, they gave me a yes to that, but they also said there's something else. Yeah, they're saying not just meditation, but learning self-regulation skills. Okay, so, and that makes sense with the Knight of Wands too, because the Knight of Wands can be a little bit impulsive or rash, and he's kind of at the whim of his emotions. He can just kind of react, you know what I mean? Whereas what we're seeing here in the cards is really about finding balance within yourself so that that reaction doesn't happen, or so that you're not kind of outputting too much energy and then not getting enough in return. Let's look at your last card here. You have do not fear or doubt the new paths ahead. So if you've been wanting to make some progress, I think there's a good sign that this is going to happen. But I feel like you kind of have to trust yourself here and start doing something you've never really done before. So now I just want to tune into Spirit and see what they have to say to you, group number 1. Okay, they're saying there is ample time. Well, they actually said there's more than enough time. Yeah, they're confirming it's time to take action. They're saying what you have sequestered within you is ready to come forth. It is time to break ground. The actions required to create the balance and harmony in your life which you desire will come about as a result of new pathways that open up for you as you implement these actions that you are being called to take. Spirit is listening intently as your thoughts and emotions dictate your reality, and we wish to support you as best we can. But we cannot do this when you refuse to take action, when you refuse to implement the messages and the guidance which we have shown to you through your thoughts and feelings. As you listen to this guidance and take action of your own free will, the pathways to the results that you seek will open up before you. And they said, this is guaranteed. Actually, yeah, they're saying this is promised, this is guaranteed. Okay. Oh, they're saying there's more. Okay, hold on. The times in the past which you felt that you had succumbed to the fear and the doubt are slowly fading and waning. As this new pathway opens before you energetically, your actions will solidify it, and any doubt and resistance born of fear will fall away. Each step that you take in the direction towards your desire creates the path in its solidity. Through this anchoring to the timeline, which is highest and most precious to you, dear one, you create before you the reality of your dreams. The support you seek is with you every step of this path. We are always present. We are always listening. We always love you. Be at peace in this knowing and trust our guidance and your truth. In your highest good, so it shall be. All is one, all is peace. So group number 1, just based on what they've channeled through there, it sounds like there's something that you've been wanting to do for a while, and maybe you've experienced some doubt and fear around that, and Spirit's really saying, we hear you and it's time to move forward on this. But that's the thing, is Spirit can give you guidance, but they will not interfere in your free will. They cannot push you they cannot push or force you to do anything you don't want to do. That would be going against the law of the universe of free will. So positively oriented beings do not do that, because it would do a disservice to the autonomy and sovereignty of the other as a divine creator being. So they're here. They want you to know that they do hear you. They hear you not just in your prayers and your thoughts or in your spoken words. They actually hear you through your vibration, through your emotion, through the frequency that you're emitting. They know what you desire. They know what you think. They know what you feel. And so everything that you do and say and speak and be is essentially a type of prayer, and will call in the support that you need. So even if you aren't consciously asking for that support, it will show up as a result of your state of being, is what they're telling me right now. That's kind of channeling through me as well. So they want you to know that anytime that you are in distress, there are support systems just automatically there for you, because they can feel that energy, and beings who are of the light want to be of service, and so they automatically are attracted. Like anywhere that there's somebody who's in pain, they're attracted there. And they help to protect you as well, is what they're saying. They help to protect you and keep you safe, because any lower energies that are attracted to that energy and want to take advantage of it, the light beings will come in and protect you from that as well, is what they're saying. So if you've had struggles with relationships specifically, because that's kind of what I'm seeing here, and it may be friendship, it may not be romantic, because we do have two women here. It doesn't have to be gender specific, but I'm just kind of seeing that there's two people here, and it could be platonic, where there has been issues maybe with boundaries, communication, or self-advocacy. It's kind of like standing up for yourself. Just being a little bit more assertive is probably the right word for that. And communicating how you feel more directly. But part of doing that is being in balance with your own emotions. This could even be standing up for this new path that you're wanting to implement. Maybe there are people in your life who don't agree with it. Maybe there's friends or family members who are telling you shouldn't do it because they don't understand it. But it feels like this is something that has really been kind of weighing on you. And it's like, if you don't do it, you're not going to feel fulfilled or aligned at soul level. And emotionally, that's going to take a toll on you. Even energetically, even energetically, that's going to take a toll on you. It's going to throw you off. It's going to put you out of alignment. It's going to throw off the balance there. So that's why Spirit is really encouraging you to take this action. Whatever this happens to be. I don't know what this action is for you. I can just feel that there's something that's kind of like built up over time, and it doesn't necessarily feel like a passion or a desire in the way that it's something that you're excited about. I think it's something that you kind of need to do to deal with a problem. That's the feeling I'm getting here. It's kind of like there's an issue, there's an imbalance, and you need to kind of take this action to remedy that in some way. Or maybe you already have, but I feel like it's something that you haven't fully put into practice yet, or you haven't fully kind of broken ground on, as they said. Yeah, broken ground, because they showed me that image in my head of you breaking ground. And they also showed me the image of you walking down this path and it really solidifying. Like, they were showing me the imagery of that, like things becoming much more, much more like solid. It's kind of like a hologram, and you're like walking into the hologram, but the more each step you take further in, the more it becomes like really real around you. This is timeline creation, is what they're telling me. Oh, okay. They're kind of like everything is like a hologram, and as you take action or as you put focus somewhere, you start to create that reality. And it's like you manifest the physical timeline before you, and it's like you're manifesting it as you go along, which is really cool. So everything exists as a potential, and it's really just how we operate within those potentials that dictates what ends up being, real in that sense. So group number 1, I want to say that there's going to be something at the core. I feel like there's going to be wisdom at the core of this. It's kind of like you got to get through the hard outer layer. It's like the lollipop. You've kind of got to get through the hard outer layer to get to the center, which is where that wisdom is. And it may feel frustrating. You may feel tired, or there may be resistance to this. But even though it may take a little bit of time, you have all the time that you need. And they made that very clear. And they wanted to let you know that, because I think, my interpretation might have been a little off there, and they will always correct me when that's the case. And I'm thankful for that. So I do see that you guys have all the time you need, but it's perfect timing right now. So just go ahead and do it, because it's going to help you to kind of get to the root of this. You're going to understand it much better, this situation or whatever it is that you've been kind of emitting frequency-wise or through your prayers. There's going to be answers here. You're going to get clarity, and you're going to know what you need to do, and then you can actually start to implement that. You can take action. You can get moving, and you'll see some changes start to occur. Yeah, Astro Dice. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll do that. So you have Uranus. Yes, that is Uranus. Okay, let's roll the other 2. Uranus in Taurus in the 8th house. 8th house. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So that's why. Okay, so Uranus is the Great Awakener. This is an energy of unexpected change. Uranus can be a little bit radical in that sense, where it really kind of tests you in terms of, are you going to take action? Whereas Taurus is very much more grounded and practical, and it doesn't like to take action. It doesn't want things to change. It's much better. It feels much better on its own, just kind of being in its comfort zone. Like Taurus wants to stay on the couch and just watch movies and eat soup. Uranus is like, we're going to go start a movement. We're going to go marching. We're going to go picket. We're going to go, do something we've never done in a way that's very, out there. So, 8th house is to do with a lot of different things. Taboos, death, sex, taxes, other people's money, debts, can be to do with psychology and like the subconscious mind, wounds, trauma. Yeah. So I feel like you are, when I read these together, I'm really getting psychophysical healing. And that relates to psychosocial healing. So it's kind of like you may need to do some kind of, what is this called? Like acupressure or acupuncture to relieve some pent-up emotion in your physical body, because something that's stuck in there might need to come out, and that will help you to maybe that's the action that needs to be implemented. But I also think that it's actually going to help you to implement a different action. They're drawing my attention back to these wands in the hands. They told me I haven't fully kind of digested what this means, so hold on. Okay, they're showing me that the wand represents a couple of different things. So it can be used as a defense mechanism, right? If you've got like a stick in your hand, you can use it to defend yourself, to, protect yourself. But they're also showing me it can be like a walking stick, right? And we use that to kind of keep ourselves steady as we're walking uneven terrain. Okay, yes. So this walking stick, what is this walking stick, Spirit? Oh my God, that's hilarious. They're showing me the lollipop, and it's like there's that hard core of the lollipop that you need to get through to get to the wisdom at the center. And then as a result, you have the stick. All you have left is the stick once you've removed the candy part. And then the stick is like that walking stick that you use to create balance. It's all just metaphor. Spirit always speaks in symbolism. But I see something about this stability coming through some kind of a tool or something that helps you to walk forward. I don't know if this is literal or physical. I don't know if this is literal or metaphorical. But they keep drawing me back to the swords in the back and showing me that something to do with acupressure or acupuncture. Yeah. It's kind of like it's going to help you stay in balance with your emotions. But it's at a physical level. Yeah, there's something here about the physical body and traversing rugged terrain. They keep giving me that message of rugged terrain. They're showing me the donkey, and it's like the donkey can pick his way through these very treacherous mountain paths because he's very sensitive and can trust himself. And it's that sensitivity that helps him to stay safe. Donkeys, they're very stubborn. And they're known for being stubborn. It's so funny. My mom used to call me Gaidura, which is donkey in Greek, because I was always very stubborn and strong-willed as a kid. And I feel like this is something to do with your assertiveness. And it's not being stubborn. It's protecting yourself, really. You kind of have to stand up for what you feel. And if what you're feeling has been skewed or kind of off and your emotions have been imbalanced, they're recommending doing some actual physical somatic work that's going to help to, psychologically and energetically shift your energy so that emotionally you can be more balanced, more stable, to be able to traverse any kind of rocky terrain, which could be the path that they're talking about here. I don't think that the path is necessarily going to be negative. It's not like it's going to be super challenging or hard. I think it's just going to be kind of like there are certain changes that you will need to adapt to. I think it's positive overall because it's leading you to where you want to be going. So it's definitely worth it. It's just not necessarily the smoothest path because you're kind of having to learn through trial and error as you go along. That's what they're showing me. So that is what I see for you, group number one. It feels very much like Spirit is wanting you to take care of your physical body, your mental and emotional health, and where all of those intersect. And as a result, really trusting your intuition and implementing these actions that are going to take you on this path that is very much aligned with you and that you're creating as you make those choices and those actions and implement those things. All right, so it's divine timing. Listen to your intuition first and foremost, and know that you're supported by Spirit. Spirit loves you, and they are listening always. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you. Thank you for liking the video if you enjoyed the reading, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to go deeper here on the channel, we do have memberships available. There are 2 tiers that you can choose from. Both of them will give you access to the members-only readings as well as the live readings that we do once a month, where I connect to you psychically and answer your questions live on camera. So if you're interested in that, check out the memberships through the join button. And if you don't see it there next to the subscribe button, that means you're on an iPad or an iPhone, and you will need to go through either a web page or through a desktop like a computer or something like that. So thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the purple heart in this pile, this is going to be your reading. We're going to look at what Spirit is telling you right now in regard to them really listening and tuning into the messages that you've been sending out, or the questions that you've had. Now, they had me select all of these different cards here for you, so very specific, and let's find out what they are. You have Between Worlds. Wow, what an interesting card you have. So you guys are in transition right now is what I'm feeling. You're very much sort of in between the worlds. Let's find out more information. I give blessings. I feel like you are actually receiving blessings, group number 2. And it's kind of like a direct correlation. The more blessings you give, the more blessings you receive. Because that's what I was seeing here in Between Worlds. It's like the crown on the flamingo's head and the magical sort of side of the card here that he's walking into, away from the grayness. I feel like the more love you give, the more love you're receiving. You have the 5 of Wands. I'm getting collaboration here. Normally the 5 of Wands is kind of about conflict or disagreements or competition, but I'm actually seeing this as people contributing and working together towards a common goal. Very interesting. Oh, you have the Tower card as well. So that's that energy of being in between. It's like something is leaving your life, something is crumbling away, and something new is beginning. Spirit's very much recognizing that. You have the 10 of Swords. Group number 1 had 10 of Swords from a different tarot deck. This one's particularly brutal. The imagery in this card is a little disturbing even, but I feel like it's kind of relevant here in regard to maybe some things you've experienced. It feels like, betrayals and things. Let's see. You have the Hierophant. Sorry, I just wanted to adjust your cards because I noticed they were a bit out of frame. So the Hierophant here, I feel like you're between the past and the future. I feel like you're moving out of old ways of doing something, like traditions. And that's like the old world, like the old way of thinking, the old way of feeling or doing something, and you're moving into a new one. It's kind of like if you feared collaborating with people in the past because you feared that you were going to be betrayed, that they were going to let you down, or that they were going to leave you high and dry or out to drown. I feel like that's changing. And the more that you give love and you open up and give blessings, the more that you are able to actually collaborate with people, and that old way of doing things is kind of crumbling away, which is a good thing. So this tower moment is fantastic because it's like this old decrepit building that was unsafe to begin with is being demolished, because that's what they're showing me in my mind. It's like when they actually blow up an old building that's not safe. It's like this old safe reality, or unsafe reality, I should say, is being demolished because it's not a strong foundation, and it's not the foundation that you want to continue building in. And it's like that foundation, that building, if you will, is actually like this entire old world that you're walking out of. Wow, this is quite profound, group number 2. Let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards here. You have the 8 of Wands. It's happening fast, very quickly. Things are in motion. Okay, with the 8 of Wands here, they're showing me that you've pressed the lever, and now the electricity, or that spark, the detonation spark, is moving from, the plunger that you've just pushed down through the wire, and it's making its way to the building. It hasn't blown up yet, but you are energetically in between worlds because you've rigged it for that. Like you put the dynamite in the building. You're like, we're going to build something better here. We can't build on top of this foundation. We can't just like slap a coat of paint on here and call it a day. This needs to be completely redone. So we got to level it and rebuild. Wow. You have the World card in reverse. You also have the Sun card reversed. And Aster, the past is over. Let your true self step forward. There you go. I don't look at these before doing these readings. I pull them all face down and I wait until we get them on camera here because I want to see if I can put it together in real time. But yeah, here it is. The past is over. Let your true self step forward. You're really letting the past go in a big way. This is the closure of a cycle. But I'm with the World card reversed here and the Sun reversed as well. I feel like there's something here that you're not quite done with, and that's why you're between. If it was upright, this would be completed. The demolition is done. You've blown it up. The dust is settling, and now you're starting to set up some blueprints for the new building that's going to go there in its place. But you're not at that stage yet. The energy is just in transit right now. That spark is still making its way through the wire, and the building hasn't been blown up yet, but it's going to. It's inevitable. It's already underway. It's like once you press that plunger, you really set this into motion, and it's inevitable that building's going to be destroyed, which is a good thing. Oh, sorry, this isn't the star. Did I say the Sun? It's the star. Sorry, the star card. I don't know why. I saw the star there in the middle, and it reminded me of the Sun, but I just realized that L'Etoile is star, and it's literally the star. So the rest of the card is the star. Sometimes my mind just kind of, it misses details. But if it's important, Spirit always reminds me. So the star, yeah, okay. You haven't quite moved into this new phase because the star comes right after the Tower in succession. It's the 16th and the 17th card. So I feel like the star is, again, in reverse here because the Tower has not crumbled yet. Once the Tower crumbles, this will turn around and you step into your star moment. Star moment is healing. This is where you kind of like repair. It's an oasis. The dust has settled. There's no more destruction. And there's a sense of relief because the pain of that past is over. You're letting it go finally. And you're able to just take a moment and kind of repair, lick your wounds a little bit if that's necessary, or get excited about where you want to be going and recharge yourself, re-inspire yourself, get that hope flowing again so that you know what you want to be doing. Oh, that was cool. I just saw a little sparkle over my arm right here, and I don't have anything sparkly on my arm. It was like it was like I had a sequin or something and it caught the light, but there's nothing there. So it was Spirit. And it's like the sparkling of the star. It's like this renewal of the light, or this guiding force, because the star card can also be about like finding your direction. It always reminds me of like the North Star, which we can use to guide ourselves, and it is our own personal North Star. So it's like what resonates with you, what fills your heart up with joy, and move towards that, going out of that old gray world and into the full technicolor one that you desire, that you dream of. These are the blessings that you're going to really be activating, is what I'm seeing here. Like you're transforming big time right now, but you're still in the chrysalis, or you're still in like the in-between phase. It's a very active stage, but in this case, but it's still sort of in between. And I see that you've been trying to catch something. What is that about, Spirit? They said not catch something. You've been trying to kill something off. This is part of that past world that you have been in. You're not fully in it right now, but you're not fully in the other one again. You're like straddling the line. That's so funny. They're showing me, like the dividing lines between two states. And if it's like drawn on the ground like that, and you're kind of like, now I'm in this state, now I'm in this state, now I'm in this state. It's kind of like you're in between. You're like right in that center point where you can kind of go a little bit back and forth. And that's why Spirit is saying that they've been listening to you, and their guidance here is to kind of like kill off the old energy in your life, kill off the old world. And that doesn't mean doing anything violent, of course. I just have to say that as a disclaimer. I don't want you to misunderstand me. It's a metaphor for letting these things go and moving away from that energy of, the Ten of Swords is depletion, and in this case, betrayal. So moving out of the old energy of pain, letting that die off, intentionally letting that die off, and contributing to that die off. That's what I mean by kill. It's like you're allowing that energy to move out. You're demoing the building, and then moving into this stage where you can actually collaborate with other people in a really healthy way, and you can give and receive blessings in it's like a mutual exchange, whereas before maybe it was very one-sided. Maybe you were always in the position of giving, or maybe you were always in the position of receiving. Either way, it's imbalanced if it's all or nothing. So I feel like you are letting your true self step forward here by following this new hope and this calling is what it feels like. It's like an inner calling towards your destiny. And it is calling you into an entirely new world. You're between worlds right now, but it's calling you to a new world. You just have to kind of let this cycle close out, which it's doing right now. It's already underway. Let me see if there's any guidance from Spirit around this. They're saying the passage of time is on your side. The assistance you desire has already provided the result you seek. The construction of the new world that you are creating is presently available to you. And okay, so in group number 1, they were showing me that group number 1 was like creating this new path, but they needed to take the action, and it wasn't created until they took the action, and they were also going to create it as they went along. What they're showing me for you, group number 2, is that you've actually already created this energetically. You have implemented it. You've done the work, and that new world is already there. It's like you demoed the building, and the new building is already fully formed. Okay, so let me ask what the next step is then. Okay, they're saying simply stepping into the new life, and they're showing me you walking into the building, and it's completely blank on the inside. Like the foundations of the building are solid, and it's all brand new, but everything is kind of sparse right now because it's brand new. There's nothing in there. It's like a brand new house. You need to decorate it. You need to fill it with things. And that's what they're showing me, is that this new world that you've created for yourself is not fully habitable yet. It's completed, but it's not habitable for you yet because there's still some unpacking of the past you need to do. And it's kind of like as you move into this new life or into this new world that you've created for yourself, you do kind of have to start making some decoration choices, if you will. It's like choosing what you want to be where and how you want it to look, how you want it to feel, what kind of aesthetic, like that kind of thing. What kind of life do you want to have? What are the details of that? I think that's what they're getting at here, like being very detailed about the day-to-day things in your life. And they're showing me you practicing visualization. So they're encouraging you to either keep practicing that visualization or to start, because that's going to help you to create this. It's like decorating that new building from the inside out. You're creating it from the inside out. I see you taking great strides, group number 2. I feel like you're really covering a lot of ground in a short period of time. And I feel like this is because you've kind of gotten some kind of knowledge here with the Hierophant. Like maybe you went and got a mentor or a coach, or you did some research on your own, or you just really catalyzed some life experiences into some pretty profound wisdom. Whatever you've done here, group number 2, I can see that this is really supporting you. And again, we have the old here with the cow skull representing the past and death and letting these things go so that you can move into that new building, that new world that you have created for yourself. But I see that you're doing it very quickly because you have some kind of knowledge here. It's like you have some kind of wisdom that has been helping you along this path. Okay, let's take a look at your astro dice. So for group number 2, you have the moon in Leo in the 12th house. Ooh, very interesting. That's that knowledge that you've got here. The moon is the subconscious mind, the emotions, psychic abilities, and the 12th house is to do with spirituality and psychic abilities as well. It's also all things hidden and behind the scenes. So you guys may be psychic, you may be a medium, you may be a reader, you may be somebody who works with energy, because I feel like you have a lot of sacred knowledge here that like most people don't have. And I feel like most of it comes through your own experience working with the divine or working in between these worlds. You know, being between worlds is quite literally being a medium as well. Or maybe you're working with a medium and they're helping you to kind of guide you. Maybe that's the mentor that you've been called to. Leo here, I just feel like passion and fire, and especially since it's falling right underneath this one wand that's, flaming. I feel like this is something that you're very passionate about. And that's why, it's something that's deep within your heart. It's something that's deep within your subconscious mind. And that's why this is something that you've been called to do, even though maybe, demoing this building has been hard for you, or letting the past go has been difficult, especially if it was painful and it really had a psychological impact on you. I see you doing this healing. It's like psychological, deep healing that you've been able to do. And you're still in the process of it, but I feel like you've been taking big strides, because they keep showing me the legs of the flamingo walking, and it's like this is a giant flamingo, and every step it takes is like miles. So I feel like you guys are really, really taking some huge strides in your life right now in a very big way, and it's because you've been doing a lot of emotional healing work, psychological healing work, and or spiritual development work in a very passionate, very driven, heart-centered way. And you guys chose the heart. Yeah, you did. You chose the heart, and Leo rules the heart. So you guys you're healing your heart in a big way, and this is bringing in some serious blessings for you and for others, and you're going to be able to give in a very profound way, because I do feel like you're a service worker. You are a light worker of some kind, for sure. Let me see if there's any additional messages that Spirit has for you, group number 2. They said they want to be free, and they will. Referring to you, group number 2. So if you've been desiring freedom, you will be free. Let me see if there's any guidance around that. They said there is no guidance other than the guidance from your own heart. So basically, I think that they're saying here, you already know this. So they're like, we don't need to repeat it. You feel it in your heart. You're very, very aware of this. You're tuned in, group number 2. You're very tuned in. And you are very aware and very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, yes, aware, but responsible, conscious, awakened. Yeah, very awakened individual. So when things are calling you at soul level, I feel like you're not the type of person who's going to deny that call and try to bury it or, rationalize it or just go back to the daily grind. I feel like you are the type of person who's like, let me understand this. Let me look deeper. Let me find a way forward. Let me create a way forward. What do I need to do? I feel like you're very driven and disciplined and very passionate. And this is where a lot of these blessings are going to be coming in, and you're traversing this movement from the old world to the new world because you're able to stay focused. You've got a lot of emotional and psychic backing within yourself, like a lot of strength that you've cultivated through this discipline, and spirit is supporting you every step of the way. Because as you do this for yourself, it's kind of like they're showing me like matching donations or like matching an investment fund, like something like that. So it's like for every action that you put in that's aligned, they can match it and give you the blessings as a return on that. Oh. So I feel like you're stepping into a new role here and into this new world as well. I feel like it's not just about kind of how you live and freedom and that. I think it's actually stepping into a new, they said discipline, a new discipline. So this could be a new routine, or this could be a new like form of work or career or purpose or service. Because a discipline can mean like a modality. Or a line of teaching is kind of what I'm getting there from the Hierophant. It's like something new that you can teach about or teach in a new way, share your knowledge. Because I feel like you're very psychic and tuned in. So you do have a lot of knowledge that needs to be shared, group number 2. But right now they're saying just focus on this demolition that's underway and the transition into the new world and receiving those blessings when you're finally in that position and that freedom is there and you'll know, okay, next step, let's go. Yeah. Okay. This is really beautiful, group number 2. I hope this reading resonated. That's what I have for you today. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. I'm very curious to know because it's kind of an abstract reading, but it was very visual, all of the imagery that they were showing me. So I feel like you're very psychic because, they'll show me imagery based on kind of how tuned in or the energy of the group. And sometimes I get more auditory stuff for groups that are more auditory, or I'll get more sensory stuff for sensory groups and things like that. And it used to be that way with clients too. Like it's kind of like whatever the client's energy is or the group's energy is, that's what I'm going to channel energy through me as well. So yeah, that's what I see for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked the reading, hit that like button, let me know if you can, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you like my reading style and you want to go even deeper, we do have memberships available here on the channel that will give you access to the members only readings, as well as the live readings we do once a month, where we can connect live on camera and I can answer your questions. If you're interested and you don't see the join button next to the subscribe button, that means you're on an iOS device like an iPad or an iPhone, and you do need to either go through a web page or through a desktop computer. So just so you guys are aware of that. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi, group number 3. If you chose the cell phone, this is going to be your reading about what Spirit has to say to you in regard to what they've heard from you. So they had me choose all of these different cards here in a very specific order, and we're going to find out what this message is for you. So you have the Thinker. I feel like you're very contemplative. Let's get more information though. You have I Am Accepting. This is beautiful. It's like you can think about things really deeply and then accept them as they are. You have the World card. So beautiful. One of the other groups had the World card as well, and they're guiding me not to tell you which one for whatever reason. Normally I do. I'll just say like it was group this or group that. They're telling me don't mention the group. So maybe if you watch that group, or you just randomly select the other group and then you find that one with the World card in it. I don't know. You have the High Priestess. Wow. Yeah, I feel like you're very connected to that other group because this is kind of what the energy I was getting from them. You have the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. This is such a very positive reading, group number 3. And the Emperor, again, just like so many positive cards, 3 major arcana. Let's keep going. Queen of Swords reversed. I heard I am accepting when I put her down here. So yeah, this is very much that energy of being accepting, and she is the thinker as well. Okay. You have the Empress. The Empress and the Emperor. These are counterparts. Counterpart energy is about the balance of masculine and feminine. I just wanted to adjust your cards and make sure that everything was in frame and on camera. And when I was kind of looking down through the lens, I was seeing 222 on the recording time for you guys. I mean, that's going to be different for you because I edited it all together, but 222 is about balance and counterparts as well. So yeah, masculine and feminine, 1 and 1 make 2. You have the King of Cups. Holy cow. This is such a powerful reading. You've got a king and a queen and the 10 of Cups, the High Priestess, the World, the Emperor and Empress. This is really like big, powerful. I just heard queenly energy, queenly, kingly, royal energy. You have baby's breath. Everlasting success is assured if you remain honest and true. Wow. So this is like guaranteed success. And the fact that you have the Emperor and the Empress here with everlasting success, I feel like you're building an empire. Group number 3, I feel like you're building an empire that's going to make you very, very happy and satisfied. It could be a family. It could be a dream that you're creating or you're making real. It could be something that you've thought about for a really long time, and something that you've learned to do is what I'm seeing here with I am accepting. It's like you've learned to tune in. You may be very psychic. You may have a very deep mind is what they're showing me. Very deep thinker. Like you're not a surface level person. You are very, very profound in the way that your mind works. And it's beautiful. It's quite beautiful. And this is leading you in a direction. Your intuition, your inner guidance, your mind, your realms of thought are leading you into the world. You're meant to be in a position in the world that is quite public, is what they're showing me. You're meant to be in a position of leadership in some way. And this leadership position is one of healing and communication. It's like a thought leader of some kind. Definitely being in a position of being in rulership of an empire. So an empire could be like you could be a business mogul. You could be the empress or emperor, the mother or father of a family. It's like whether your empire is small or large, it's like you are at the center of it and you are the ruler of it. Like you're in charge, basically. Spirit is saying they've been listening to your dreams. They read your thoughts. They feel your energy. They tune into you, all the time. They said with your consent, yeah. And they're aware of what is kind of going on for you at soul level. At soul level, you are, you're creating something just by thinking about it, by contemplating it. I just got this image here of I am accepting. She kind of looks like she's floating in a float tank. If you guys have never been to a float tank, I highly recommend it. I've only done it once. I want to go again. I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't. I just haven't, but it was the most profound experience. It's like a super, super intense meditation where it feels like you're floating in space and you are formless, bodiless. You're just the mind. It's absolutely beautiful. There can be things that come up that you need to accept, though, like fears and stuff like that, or what have you. But it's extremely profound, and I feel like you guys would be the type of person who would really benefit from that if you haven't already. If you have, let me know your experience with float tanks in the comments below, and tag yourself as pile 3 so we know the context for that. Yeah, I feel like you could just sit in a dark room with nothing but your mind, and you could create something profound. I feel like you're never bored, group number 3, and that doesn't necessarily mean that your mind is never bored. I just think that there's always something going on within you. Like there's always something. You're never just like blah. It's just always kind of going. There's always these big ideas and deep thoughts. It's like you're a philosopher. You are, just a very deep thinker. And Spirit is acknowledging that. They've been listening to your thoughts. They've been seeing your thoughts, and they've been sending you thoughts as well as what they're showing me and telling me right now. They've been sending you thoughts as well to help you to kind of to pull the sword from the stone, is what they just showed me here with the Emperor. It's like King Arthur. It's like you're King Arthur, and you've got these spirit guides that are like Merlin around you, and they're guiding you and supporting you and helping you to kind of find your way to your destiny, because you're meant to be in this leadership position. You're the only one who can pull the sword from the stone because you're the deep thinker. You're the one who's kind of got the prerequisites for the job, if you will. Like this isn't a job. This is like you building an empire in some way. But you're the one who knows how to do it, and how to do it right, responsibly. Honest and true. Yeah, very much about integrity. Forgot about that. It's about integrity. You guys you're able to stay in alignment because you think so deeply about things, and you accept things as they are, and you focus on what could be and the beauty that you want to create in this world. Yeah. Definitely getting starseed energy from you guys. You're from other planets. And this is what really has helped your soul to develop this wisdom and this profound, deep thinking, because you're not really bound to the third dimensional mentality. Your mind is connected to a higher realm. So even though you live physically in the 3D, your mind is not from the 3D, and it's not limited by the 3D constructs. It's sometimes influenced by them, but you've found a way to break out of it because you're such a deep thinker. There are other people on this world like you. There's many. And for whatever reason, they're bringing that up. So this could be about collaborating or working with other people who are of like mind, who are deep thinkers like you, who are philosophers, who are spiritual wisdom seekers, constantly looking for that nirvana moment, where you can actually access the divinity within yourself and channel that through you in a tangible way, and doing it all in alignment, in an empowered way, creating this wealth within you, because that's what it is. It's like they're showing me mountains of gold. But this is like metaphorical spiritual gold. It's like the richness within your consciousness, your frequency, your level of consciousness. It's like this infinite abundance that lies within you because it's in your mind, it's in your heart, it's in your soul. They're just reminding me that you guys chose the telephone. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, I think. That you guys, no, did I? I can't remember. Anyway, you guys chose that little flip phone. Love that. You have a direct line to the divine, is what they're saying here. So I would not be surprised if you are a psychic. Maybe you do this professionally, maybe not, but you're very, very psychic. You have a direct line to the divine. You can just call them up, get some information, and then, think about it, or share it with the world, or create something out of it. I'm feeling like you're going to be creating an empire. They're showing me the castle here in the background of this card. So you guys are going to be building something quite profound that's going to stand the test of time, and it's going to be very protected and protecting as well. There's a lot of fulfillment in this for you, group number 3. So listen to that inner guidance. Answer the call when Spirit gives you that information. I feel like you do every time. You're not the type of person who's going to deny that or push it away. If Spirit gives you a message, you're like on it right away, you know? Like, okay, yeah, tell me more. What do I need to do? That kind of thing. Everlasting success. Yeah, everlasting success. An empire, a castle, a kingdom, the world. Like sacred spiritual knowledge and this ultimate fulfillment. And look at this, like the blessings of the divine here. These are like these water gods and goddesses, and they're kind of like blessing this union, blessing this family. I do feel like there's something to do with a partner here, because you do have counterparts. So I feel like this empire that you're building could be with somebody who kind of matches and balances out your energy. The feminine and the masculine. And that doesn't have to be gender specific. It's just those polarities working together in harmony, creating the balance. This is what's going to assure your success, is what they just told me. Yes, it's about being honest and true, but you're already doing that. So they're saying what's actually going to assure your success is aligning with this counterpart who, it's like they're the other piece of the puzzle here to be able to build this empire. It's kind of like they've got a skill that you don't have, and you have a skill that they don't have, and together it's like you're unstoppable. It's like power couple vibes is kind of what I'm getting from this, you know? It's like and it's not like you complete each other in the sense that you're two halves to a whole. It's more like you're both individually completely whole and very strong, very powerful individuals. And it's as you come together and you share this knowledge and wisdom and skills that you individually have, that you're able to build something very, very solid, very long-standing, and very divine. It's all divinely orchestrated here. It feels very profound, destined. Yeah, it feels very destined. If you're with this person now, you guys are probably already working and collaborating on something. You're probably already combining your efforts towards a goal. If you're not with this person and you don't know who this person is, I can see that they are, nope, they're stopping me from saying that. Okay. Why, Spirit? They said they're not meant to know when and how. Okay, so I can't even say anything about that, because they quite literally, it was almost like my throat just went and they do that when it would bypass free will, or it would influence the results in a way that's not aligned if I say something, so they just shut it down. And I don't want to bypass that either, so I just, I'll stop myself too energetically if that's the case. So yeah, group number 3, this feels very profound. I don't know how else to put it. This, you know what this is giving me? Like, this is giving me like Triton in The Little Mermaid, when Eric and Ariel finally get married, and he's like giving them their blessing, or he's giving them his blessing because he finally accepts them. Oh, acceptance. He finally accepts them. So you may have had, like this couple or this coupling or this relationship, maybe it's not something the world necessarily accepts initially. Maybe it's like you and this person are from different classes or different social backgrounds or different races or different, you're just very different in some way. You're like from 2 different worlds, but you come together because at soul level it's destined, first of all, but second of all, it's like your counterparts. You match each other's energy, but you're kind of like the equivalent sides of each of that energy. And I think that if there is any opposition to this union, or if there was any opposition to this union, if you're already with this person, there's going to be acceptance, because people are going to see how profound this connection really is and why it was destined in the first place. I'm noticing that a lot of the figures in your reading are all facing forward, which is actually quite rare. Most figures in tarot are facing either to the left or to the right. There are a few that face front, like the Emperor, 4 of Pentacles, things like that. But I'm noticing in your reading that there's a predominantly the figures here are all facing forward, and facing forward is being in the present moment. It's like right now. They're saying, don't say anymore. Okay, fine. I want to tell you, but I can't apparently. So something about right now, I'll leave that to you guys to ponder, okay? Because you guys are thinkers and you can figure this out for yourself. There's something happening in the now, being present in the moment. Yeah, they're telling me stop talking. move on, because you're just gonna, I'm a blabbermouth. I want to tell you guys, but I'm not supposed to. So let's get some astro dice so I can kind of distract my human mind that wants to go into the details, but my soul is saying, no, stop that. Okay, for group number 3. Neptune. I knew it. That's like Poseidon. Yeah, that's what I was getting there. You've got Poseidon's blessing here. That's really cool. And you've got Sagittarius in the 3rd house. So this is to do with communication, short distance travel, technology can be part of this as well. We definitely have travel here with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign of travel, and it is the philosopher, right? Yes. Sagittarius is all about philosophy and deep thinking and broadening your mind and beliefs. And wow, yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. Love that confirmation. Neptune here is a very intuitive energy. It rules Pisces. So yeah, this is the priestess energy that I'm getting here, and the King of Cups as well. Yeah, lots of deep thinking, under the surface, subconscious, being in the flow. Again, I keep getting this float tank. So you guys might benefit from doing some water meditation. Oh, right, because Neptune rules the sea. And this is all about the psychic abilities. Float tank would be perfect because you're literally meditating in water. Yes, they're recommending that for you. You're going to have a realization, you're going to get some information. They're going to be able to talk to you more directly on that phone call, if you will. By going into that float tank, you're just going to receive downloads, is what they're showing me, like big downloads. Wow. To give you information about what to do next, how to create this everlasting success. And they will give you the information about your counterpart, but I'm not supposed to say it. You're supposed to receive it. That's why they don't want me to say it. And they don't want me to, like, they said, we don't want you to ruin the surprise. You know, it's like telling somebody that there's a surprise party for them right before you're about to experience the surprise party. Like you're just about to walk into the room and everyone's going to shout surprise and it's going to be so fun. And somebody's like, oh, by the way, there's a surprise party on the other side of this door. It's just like, oh, it kind of ruins it, you know? So they're like, don't ruin it. I've already said too much. But they're laughing. They're like, it's okay. It's fine. It's not like, it's not an infringement of free will. It's just kind of like, they want it to be fun for you. Or yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see if there's any other messages from Spirit that they would like to tell you. They said they are on the right track. They are doing very well. Their endeavors are ensuring their long-term success. The meeting you seek will come to you swiftly. So yeah, again, something about like the present moment, something happening very soon. The meeting, I don't know if that's like business-wise or romantic. I think it's going to vary from person to person. But again, they're recommending that you meditate in water and receive these messages for yourself, because this reading is really only meant to prompt you. So you're meant to get the information through your intuition. Yeah, they're showing me short distance trips here again. So you may be called to drive to somewhere to, maybe it is like a business meeting or something like that, because they're showing me that kind of thing. Like you're commuting somewhere to go meet with somebody in a high position, or to consult somebody who's a thinker like you. Okay, I don't know. But you know, I almost didn't do this reading right now. I got really tired after group 2 and I was going to take a break, or I was going to leave it for tomorrow, and they told me, no, just do it now. They even said, you know, we're going to give you the energy you need to be able to do this reading with a clear mind. So they actually gave me the resources I needed to be able to do this. And now they're having me tell you this for a reason. So why is that, group? Why is that, Spirit? Oh, it's kind of like if there's something you've been meaning to do, or something you've been wanting to do, but you've kind of been like, oh, I've been a little too tired, or I've just been busy. They're saying just go ahead and do it, because your intuition is leading you somewhere. They're giving me the word serendipity, so something about something about this divine alignment. It's like right time, right place kind of feeling is what I'm getting. And it could be an opportunity, it could be information, going to somewhere that gives you this information, or where you meet this other person who maybe it's a business partner, like maybe it's not romantic, but I feel like it could be familial, it could be romantic, it could be platonic. I'm not sure. It depends, I think, but from person to person. But there's something here about just going for it, and it's a short distance trip of some kind. So it could be like from one town to another, or if you live out of town, driving into the city or something like that. Maybe you're from province to province or state to state. Yeah. Like, I'm not getting air travel here. It's like most likely driving. But we do have the world, so maybe there is air travel for some of you. Because they did show me the birds. Yeah, okay, there could be air travel here. I correct myself. Maybe that comes as a result. I'm not sure. You're definitely traveling from one world to another, because it's like you're coming out of the ocean and you're like getting your legs. They keep showing me Ariel, the story of the Little Mermaid here with the 10 of Cups. So it's like the ultimate fulfillment that you're seeking here, and it's something you dreamed about for a long time. And then your wish is granted, and you're able to move into that life, or that relationship, or that partnership, or the next level of this empire, or the building of this empire. But yeah, it's going to be really stable. Like everlasting success. Holy cow. And again, they're showing me piles of gold. Like, it's seriously like Scrooge McDuck diving into the gold. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of value there. It's beautiful. All right, group number 3. I think I'm just going to leave it there. So let me know how this resonates. I'm curious, or how this unfolds. Very curious. But yeah, I hope that this reading was supportive in some way. And if you enjoy my reading style, thank you for liking the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to go deeper, I do have memberships available here as well. So we have members only videos, tutorials, and live streams that we do once a month, so that I can connect to you and answer your questions live on camera as well. So lots of value in that membership. And there's 2 tiers available to you. If you don't see the join button to explore those, that's because you're on an iOS device and you do need to go through a web page or a desktop to be able to become a member. So just so you guys know. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.